Welcome back, folks. I originally meant to do this like a year ago when I was down here, because Bill and Jackie, they had to leave, and they left their stuff on. And while they were gone, I was going to hijack all their equipment, and I was just going to go ahead and do this for you guys. But I didn't bring my game disc. And you know how that goes.
And I'm kind of bummed you didn't.
Yeah, because I wasn't even going to tell Bill. I was just going to record an episode on his computer, and then I was going to, leave all the sound equipment and stuff and the music, or not the music, but everything on his recording device, and then I was just going to leave. And then when Bill would come home later, he would just find it. And I thought that would have been a hilarious episode.
That would have been hilarious. Despite the fact that we were in the hospital for a little over a week.
But I think that would have been the humor you needed to come home to.
I was going to say, I'd eventually found it. I'd very much appreciated it. I'd have gotten a kick out of it.
And that would have been my main intent.
So what is this, Sims Racing?
Okay, so this is Gran Turismo 7 in VR, of all things. We're going to do a half-hour race. We're going to do Le Mans.
That's where you do the heavy breathing during childbirth, right?
Yeah. So we're going to do Le Mans. We're going to do the half hour, which has your PP can't be any bigger than 700. So you gotta get a smaller PP.
So you have too big of a PP, Mike, is what you're saying?
Yeah. So the Asians don't like a big PP. So we gotta find a car that'll fit within their PP requirements. PP, of course, stands for performance points for those that don't know.
I thought it stood for that guy who owned the water park.
Okay, so we could do like we could do like a Ford versus Ferrari, because we got an old style Ferrari that would actually fit in that genre.
Nice.
But we'll also be racing against newer, like the GR3 cars, like Vipers and stuff like that.
Viper.
I've got everything from Ferrari F40s, which that's actually a pretty decent car. We could really, cheat and use like the Mazda 787B, which
man.
What in the world is the QJ70?
That box with wheels?
Yeah, holy hell.
Yeah. That's an American 1960s racer.
Really?
Yeah. Uses a fan to help suck it to the road. But we'd be pitting every lap because that thing sucks down fuel. But if you guys want to race it, I'll race it.
No.
I see you got a Supra.
I was just curious about that car.
Right below there.
Was.
Oh, yeah. The Tom Supra. That's actually a pretty decent race car.
Yeah.
Same with the Scudo Pikes Peak. The Zonda's actually pretty decent. Let's see,
got mono.
Got another Ferrari F40.
Living legend.
DeLorean, which I will not be taking into this because I do not. I put an LS engine in that thing, and that car is just nuts. You cannot keep it on the road.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've got to finish setting it up. That Lamborghini Veneno, that's all right. The GT40 Mark 1.
An 88 Countach.
Where do you see that?
4 over. And down. And right.
Oh, okay, yeah. The 25th anniversary. That actually wouldn't be too bad. 700 horsepower. I think I engine swapped that one. I bet you that one's got a I bet you that's got a Murcielago engine in it or something.
Oh man.
Oh, McLaren.
Ferrari F50. Yeah, I got a couple McLaren F1s.
Oh wow.
Neither of which are really tuned for the Le Mans, but you know what? I'd take it out for you if you wanted to see it.
I was gonna say just go
pick
with
a car.
Whatever you think would probably be best.
Well, they're all good. I mean, that's the thing.
Even the DeLorean.
Not the DeLorean.
Even the Red Bull.
I am going to put my foot down and say we are not taking the DeLorean out today.
Or the Ford Roadster.
Or the Superbird.
The Superbird.
I don't know. We could do an old Testarossa. We could just keep it with the Lamborghini. Might have to stop for fuel a little bit more, but what the hell? I don't know. I'm leaning towards either the Lamborghini, the Ferrari F50.
So you really didn't think this out, did you?
No,
before?
I didn't.
Beforehand.
I mean, of course, we could always do, one of these other cars, but the car would stay out so long I'd never have to pit. That'd be kind of boring. Oh, that Renault's also pretty decent, too. That thing's got to pit a little bit more, though. I'll tell you what. Let's do the Ferrari. Everybody likes Lamborghinis. Let's just do a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
They'll drink a little bit of gas, but
I like Lamborghinis.
we're okay.
I think they're cooler than Ferraris. And I think they're way better than Porsches.
All right.
Mainly because I think just Porsches are ugly.
So here we are. We're gonna do a 30-minute. It'll be 6 or 7 laps.
Gazoo Racing? What?
Oh man.
I'm gonna switch this over to the rain display. And yeah, this is a Lamborghini. I mean,
Yeah, so you're inside the car?
you're inside the car.
Oh, now I don't believe this for a second.
What's that?
Your rear view mirror. It's it doesn't have like a big giant fucking plate in the way.
Ha!
Because the Lamborghini Countach only had like a tiny narrow back
Yeah, you
window.
can barely see past the spoiler.
That's way too unobstructed a view through the rear view. So
You know what? I'll give you that.
See you later, alligator.
You see that? He tried running into me. But no, there's some cars that you take it out here on the track,
yeah,
and you just get so distracted by the car. Like I remember looking at the welds on the roll cage one time, and it's like wow, and I was just admiring the car so much. I drove off the track.
So what you're saying is you were distracted driving.
I was a distracted driver. Holy cow, this thing
Man,
sucks on brakes.
If I was a cop, I'd have pulled your ass over. and then I'd brought an ass whooping with me too, because if I gotta chase you, I'm bringing an ass
The
whooping.
cool thing is if you look at that HUD,
Yeah,
you can see I'm down to 3/4 of a tank.
yeah.
If you look at our fuel gauge, we're at 3/4 of a tank.
Oh, nice. So the gauges actually line up with the.
Yes, the
actual
gauges
stuff.
actually accurately portray what the car is doing.
So it's not just a sticker.
Oh crap! Wow, this thing definitely needs brakes. Okay, I was definitely not ready for this car. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here. We're gonna give it just a little bit of traction control, and let's lean out the mixture.
You know, every time I think of the Lamborghini Countach, I always think of that James May deal where he actually drove the Countach and was talking about how kind of crap it was.
Yeah, never meet your hero.
Yeah, never meet your hero. Yeah, that's what it was. 'Cause he's like, yeah, this is the dream car back in the day, but you know,
was.
nobody actually ever got to drive one.
Yeah, it actually was. I cannot tell you how many posters I had on my wall of this thing.
Oh, Sam, you know, the funny thing is, I wasn't even that into cars when I was a teenager. But I remember, like, my old man was like, oh, what car do you want when you drive? And I was like, Lamborghini Countach. It was just like my go-to, like, that was the one car I thought was really cool.
Well, you know, and the sad thing is, back in the day,
Yeah,
you had the Lamborghini Countach, you had the Ferrari F40,
yeah.
and you had the Porsche 959. And back in the day, they all cost about the same. The Porsche 959 you couldn't really import to the States, you know, legally and blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah. So, not counting that one. The two that you could actually buy here in America, the Countach, the Ferrari F40. The Countach was like the poster child. That was the one that everybody had on their
Yeah.
wall, the clocks, you know, the whole 9 yards. I had a Trapper Keeper with a Countach on that thing. Here we are all these years later. The Countach has come up in value. I remember at one point you could pick these things up for like 80 grand. Nowadays, you're going to spend for a decent one, you know, a good $500,000.
Yeah.
Ferrari F40, good luck trying to get one for under $3 million.
Is it because they crashed them all?
Oh, no, those things just shot up so much in value. I mean, people bought them and then they didn't drive them. I mean,
Okay.
there's so many low mileage versions out there.
Oh, I
If we got
gotcha.
Half a tank, we can do another lap.
So it's just that those ones are in good shape.
Well,
Whereas the Lamborghinis are kind of beat the hell.
some of them were actually beat to hell. You know, I mean, at 80 grand, just about anybody could buy them, and
Yeah.
then they never did the maintenance that's required to keep them up to, up to
Okay.
snuff.
That and they drove them like, you know, little old ladies and stuff.
Well, I would drive them, and I would have drove it back and forth to work and everything else. And I'd have drove the piss off one of those if I would have had it.
Well, I was just thinking of, you know, Christian Bale's character in the opening of Ford v Ferrari.
Oh, yeah?
Where he's bitching out that guy, but he doesn't know how to drive his fucking fancy sports car. Maybe he'd be better suited to a Packard or Studebaker, you know?
Yeah, Studebaker, that was it.
Yeah. The guy gets all pissed off, starts revving the engine. He's like, that's it, that's how you do it.
Well, it's called an Italian tune-up, and he's not kidding about that. That's how you keep the carbon out of the engine.
Yeah, you blast the carbon out by giving it the fucking gas every now and then.
Yeah. Oh, that was a pretty big thunderclap right there.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's storming like a son of a bitch outside.
But no, this game I literally play in VR every single day. In fact, that's why I got so many cars that were tuned at 700. It's like, okay, what car do I want to take out on the track now? Wait till you see one of the cars that I have that I could take out on the track. They put in the last update they did. They put a European van in the game called the High Ace or something like that. Crap, I got too busy talking.
Oh, man.
Well, if I go off the track too much,
You pulled it off.
It'll actually register it as oh, you went off the track, now you got to do a couple second penalty.
Oh, wow.
But anyway, yeah, they got this High Ace. So there's an engine swap that you can do for it. You put in some LS motor into the thing, and I gave it the South Park livery, so it looks like the South Park bus.
Really?
Yeah, going around the track, and you know, with this big V8 instead of whatever it had originally for an engine. And that thing it'll do over 200. It'll whip the snot out of these cars.
Holy shit!
But the problem is good luck keeping it on the track.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I imagine that'd be a nightmare.
Yeah, but I could take it out and just kind of give you kind of show you what it is. You know, maybe not in VR.
Yeah. So, help me out here, Mike, because I'm not super familiar with a lot of these cars. What's the difference between the Countach and the Diablo?
Well, the Diablo Chrysler owned Lamborghini at that point.
Okay, I was going to say, the Diablo came out later, right?
It came out later.
Yeah.
It was more refined. It was more of an everyday driver.
Okay.
It didn't like to overheat and stuff in traffic and everything. You could actually use the Diablo unlike the Countach.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you could actually back up and stuff. But, you know, Chrysler owned it. So you look in the center gauges, you got Chrysler, you know, turn signals, Chrysler this.
Okay, so it felt cheap.
Yeah, it just doesn't have the same soul that the Countach did. The Countach is just, this is Lamborghini all the way.
Gotcha.
I mean, if they could think of it, it had it, and they didn't care. You know, looks is what it was. They didn't care about drivability. They didn't care that the air conditioner barely worked.
Yeah.
You know, it just. They don't care that you have to sit on the outside of the car just to see to back it up. You know, they don't care about that stuff.
Yeah, who cares if you have $2 in your pocket if you look like $1 million?
Yeah, style was everything on this car.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you know, nowadays Audi owns them, and it's the Germans are like, you know, well, how's to work? And, you know, they let Lamborghini basically do the design, and Germany just does they do what they do best. You know, let's do the engineering of the thing. And those ones you could actually use as a daily driver today.
Okay. I was going to say, like, honestly, when it comes to Lamborghini, I think everyone either thinks the Diablo or the Countach. Because, I mean, like, the others, like, the Aventador, what was the other one that starts with a G?
Oh, the Gallardo?
Yeah. I mean...
Yeah, that's basically a Gallardo... Oh, that's starting to rain.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Look at the radar. There's quite a bit of rain coming in. Should we put on... Yeah, we'll put on what's. What the heck?
But yeah, I mean, those are kind of the newer ones. Honestly, woo, what happened here?
We're pitting.
Oh, I got you.
I'm almost out of fuel anyway, so...
Gotcha.
We're going to throw on some wet tires. And even though they get the animation wrong on this, because if you notice, those are racing slicks that they have in their hands, not wets. Now, if I were to switch back to racing slicks later on, you'll see that they got the wet tires in the pits and not the slicks.
You know what I love about this? You are to this game as I am to, like, World of Warships.
Yes, probably.
Where it's like, I'll nitpick about the stupid little details that nobody cares about.
Most people wouldn't even notice.
Exactly. You're like, oh, actually, they would never use these shells in 1943.
Mika's the cars as Bill is to boats.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
And I have neither expertise.
Well, that's honestly, this is where I got started, is, you know, all right, a little bit of history, since we got the time. I mean, we still got 20 minutes of this race left. So anyway, as a kid, my growing up, I started off on like pole position, in the arcade. And then another big one in the arcade that I used to love was Outrun. And growing up as a kid, we never had an Atari or anything. My first game system was, like the Commodore 64, which didn't really have a whole lot.
Yeah.
And then, at least not a whole lot that we
Not
had
for
access
racing,
to.
anyway.
But then, so then we get the, the Nintendo.
Yeah.
And the first racing game Mom gets me is Rad Racer.
I was going to say Rad Racer.
Yeah, so I'm playing Rad Racer over and over and over again, beat the game. But the thing I didn't like about it was with Rad Racer, you're driving a Ferrari, but the brake lights don't even work. You hit the brakes and it's like nothing lights up.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I can't. But yet you go to the arcade games and you're playing Outrun, and then the brake light lights up and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like I can't wait till home systems can actually get this advanced.
Yeah. Well, that was like the dream for the longest time. I know when I was young, and like I had the Nintendo and I had the Super Nintendo, and yeah, you could play Street Fighter 2 at home. But it wasn't as good as the arcade version.
Right.
Or the Mortal Kombat. It just wasn't as good as the arcade version.
Yeah, and the only system that you could buy at home is in the early 90s.
Oh, the fucking Neo Geo.
Yeah, and who the fuck could afford, $800 for a system and then each game is $200?
I swear it was only sold at exclusive clubs with cover charges to get into.
Probably, because I've never seen one in the store.
Me neither. I've never seen one in the wild. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen one in person.
I haven't.
I was going to say, these days I have.
I was going to say, yeah, and that I'm thinking about it, I probably saw one at a retro shop now that I'm thinking about it.
I was going to say, retro shop, though, is where I've seen them. But, no, going back to the thing, of course, PlayStation came out, games got better. Need for Speed was one of the series that I was playing, and it's like, I thought it was really cool when, a car could do a burnout for the first time ever, and you could actually lay rubber on the pavement. I thought that was just wild. But in that same era, all of a sudden I'm working at a pizza place and I get a friend or a call from a buddy saying that, hey, I just rented this game, you've got to come over and check it out. I'm like, okay, what system? He's like, PlayStation. I'm like, really? Okay, I'll come over. So it's the first Gran Turismo. And
I thought you were going to say Test Track.
No, we're playing this game. And from the time I got out at like midnight, that's all we did was we just took turns playing and playing and playing and playing. The sun finally came up the next day. And I'm like, come on, dude, we're going to Travers. We're buying this game. And this is back when the PlayStation did not come stock with the DualShock controllers or the dual sticks.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
You only had the digital controller.
Yeah.
And that's all we were playing that game on was just the digital. And
oh, that must have been tough.
We heard that it was analog compatible. So as soon as we get to Travers, of course, we beat the game systems, the game store opening.
Yeah.
We get there and everything, and it's like, as soon as the gates open, it's like, yeah, I want this game. I want to buy a DualShock controller. And at that point, I didn't even have a memory card because I didn't have a game worth saving.
Really?
So it's like, yeah, and I need a memory card too. So I blew like $150 between a controller, a memory card, and the game just so I could play this one game.
So you were banking on this game being fucking amazing. Well, actually, you already played it.
Yeah, we already played it all night. And that was like the best racing, because up until then, every other game played like an arcade racer. And
well, that's the thing is like, Gran Turismo was the first to like make it super realistic.
Yeah, that they did because
you could turn or you could overturn shit like that. And
well, back then I used to drive Fieros, a car with the engine in the back. And in that game, they had like the Toyota MR2, and they had a couple others that were mid-engine, and they actually had the feel of the mid-engine right. Because on those cars, you cannot come up to a corner and then brake partway through the corner. Otherwise, you'll experience what's called snap throttle oversteer.
Yeah.
And I've actually done that in the Fiero. Going through the corner, all of a sudden it's like, whoops, I entered too fast, hit the brakes. The next thing you know, you're in the opposite lane, aimed the opposite way. Like, what the fuck? And in those cars, you actually have to hit the gas to keep it under control. It's the completely opposite of what you're expecting. And Gran Turismo had that correct.
Well, that was kind of the thing with Gran Turismo. I mean, like, honestly, the majority of racing games I played before that, there was a brake button, but why bother? It was all about going fast and getting to the end. And, like, the games were like, they didn't really punish you for not using the brake half the time,
Oh, what's crazy?
Huh?
On this brake?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see the indicators on the screen. I don't think you can because I'm in VR.
Okay.
All right. What you guys aren't experiencing is I'm using a controller. I'm not using a steering wheel. because I'm not that big of a nerd yet.
You don't have a racing rig?
I don't have a racing rig, but I do have it set up so that everything is using the trigger buttons. So they are fully analog.
Okay.
I can give it full gas or take a little bit of the gas or whatever.
Yeah.
When I hit the brakes before the corner, because the roads are wet, I can't hit the brakes all the way. I only give it part brake, like half brake.
Yeah.
And I can actually feel in the trigger when the ABS starts kicking.
I was going to say, does it actually shake the ABS?
Yeah, it does. And I can actually feel in the trigger when the pedal is starting to pulsate, and I know to start lifting up. That's how crazy accurate this game is. And it's like, it all started with Gran Turismo 1. I've been playing every Gran Turismo up until then, and I would have never guessed, as a kid playing Rad Racer, that here I am, almost 50 years old, doxing myself, guys, but almost 50 years old, and here I am still playing this racing game every single day, and loving the shit out of it. You know, I mean, look at that. Hey, you can. Oh, let me get through the corner first. Because I tell you what, being in these cars is distracting as a motherfucker. But look at that. Oops, when don't look out the car, but look at that, man. That you can see the fucking floor mat.
Yeah, I know.
The passenger side. You can see the window button.
You don't have a cup holder, I noticed.
No, but you can see that there's the ashtray. You know, the center controls. You know.
Yeah, it's got the heating and cooling vents.
Everything is in Celsius. Because you know, Europeans.
Yeah, Europeans. Ugh.
But even the fuel gauge, you know, you can see where it says 0 if it's empty, 1 if it's full, and you can tell that needle is working like it should.
Yeah.
I mean, the speaker grills, they're whoops, oh crap. See, that's what I'm talking about. You can get distracted.
Well, you saved it though.
I saved.
See,
this is why I could never drive one of these cars. I'd be like, ooh, look at this interior.
Dude, I did that. I was in a race car, and I was admiring the welds on the roll cage one time, because, you know, you can see, like, where this door is in that triangle window. Well, there was a roll bar right there, and I was like, wow, look at the welds on that. And next thing you know, I'm off the road. See, it stopped raining, and the headlights just went down.
Oh, all right. Well, nice.
Yeah. No headlights up there no more.
Huh.
But heck, I mean, look at that. You can see the mounting screws and stuff for the windshield. You can see the spring inside that windshield wiper arm.
That's wild.
I mean, it's just crazy the level of detail they put into these things. I'm sitting there pointing out the speakers. Next thing you know, we're doing a 360 in the track.
Well, you've been first pretty much this whole race, haven't you?
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Oh my tires! Look at my tires! Holy cow! We're gonna fit. That explains why I'm kind of all over the place now.
I was gonna say your tires are getting pretty rough.
Yeah. And the rain on the track, there's still a little bit of rain, but nothing that slicks can't handle. We're gonna go back to slicks.
You're gonna go back to slicks?
We're going back to slicks.
They were gonna put them on anyways, Mike.
Yeah, we still got 12 minutes left. Let's see if I can do this without running over anybody. Yeah, we'll put on slicks. Oh, we only had a half of a lap of fuel left. I had to pit anyway. Yeah, but look at the tires. Now they got grooves and stuff. They're putting on rain tires.
What?
Well,
now they're putting on rain tires?
Yeah, that's the animation. Oh wow, look at the lead I got on everybody. They're just now coming up to the area that I did that donut on. So I'm 2 minutes ahead of everybody. Holy shit.
What, even after like getting distracted by the speakers and all that?
They must not have changed into rain tires. Oh, look at the scratches on the car.
Oh, Mike, what are you doing?
I just fucked up the Lamborghini, man.
Yeah, you did.
That's where it ran into the wall.
It'll buff out.
Got scratches on even the door and the side mirror. That's all scratched up.
It'll buff out.
Oh, they'll never let me drive a Lamborghini again. Oh, wow. Look, you can see the scratches even through the window.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, look at that.
I can't really. Oh, yeah, you can. Okay, I see it now.
Yeah, it's all scratched up. I never noticed that before.
Gran Turismo 7, folks.
Gran Turismo S7. Look at those scratches. You can see the spring in the windshield wiper and everything.
Oh, crap. I gotta quit looking at the car. We're just sitting there, you guys are pointing out the scratches, and I'm sitting there looking again.
Distracted driving kills.
My headlights just came up again.
Distracted driving is everything.
Well, it's not like I got my cell phone out.
I'm just going what the PSA's telling me. That and give a hoot, don't pollute.
Well, if we're going with PSAs, don't you put it in your mouth.
Oh no, what rabbit hole did I fall into?
I always preferred who gives a hoot, just pollute.
No, I'm sorry, I'm partial to the Canadian ones. Don't put it in your mouth. Don't stuff it in your face.
What fun is that? Maybe I want to put it in my mouth. You're not the boss of me. I always liked.
Mr. Yuck?
Oh, crap.
Oh yeah, I like Mr. Yuck, but no, the Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
Oh, yeah.
When you do drugs, you go to hell before you die.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
Oh yes.
I just remember their whole beginning, that.
Oh, when they're doing the Mario Brothers.
Yeah, that little dance that they
Yeah.
did and everything, and
Mario Brothers and
yeah, that whole little rap that they did before.
yeah.
Captain Lou Albano and Danny Wells.
Yeah, I don't actually know their names. I just.
Well, I knew Captain Lou because of wrestling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he used to be a wrestler.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, it was actually his big claim. He was a wrestler, and he was in a Cyndi Lauper video. And he also played Mario on the Super Mario Brothers show. But no, his big claim to fame was wrestling.
Gotcha. Yeah, I used to watch that show every morning before I went to school.
The Super Mario Brothers Super Show?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I saw episodes of it. We didn't have that channel, obviously, when I was a kid, but we had a few of them on tape.
Okay.
So, yeah, I seen it from time to time. I got a kick out of it.
Yeah, I would set my alarm early, 6:30, just so I could get up, get dressed and everything, and by the time that came on at 7, my ride didn't show up until 7:30, so I had a good half hour to sit down and watch the Super Mario Bros. Super Show before school.
Must have been nice. When I was a kid, there was nothing interesting to throw on the TV before school. I don't even remember what it was. I mean, once we got satellite, it wasn't bad. I'd throw on like MTV or M2 or something and watch some music videos while I'm waiting for the bus. But yeah, I mean, back when I was younger and we only had the one channel, man, I don't even remember if there was broadcasting that time of morning.
Yeah, because that's back when they used to shut broadcasting off in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I want to say it was like from 2 to 6, maybe.
Yeah, they used to play the national anthem.
Yeah, they used to play like there's like the flag and the American anthem, and then I think it would just go to black or something like that.
It was usually those color lines.
Oh, that's what it was. It was the color lines. Yeah, it's the color test pattern.
Yeah, so you could, if you wanted to, like, what is it?
Fine tune your CRT.
Basically, if you wanted to calibrate your TV,
Yeah.
that was the time of day that you could do it.
Well, color was a big thing back then. It's.
Yeah, I have an iron-on patch that's the color test pattern from the old TVs.
Honestly, that's the thing. Is like some people don't realize, like even in the '80s, they were still selling black and white televisions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that was still a thing that was out there,
Yeah, as a kid growing up, my first 2 TVs were black and white.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I was just happy enough to have a TV in my room.
my first TV was color, but it was you turned it on and you had to wait for the picture to come in.
Yep, they had to warm up.
You had to warm up. And I remember, like, I know, like, we had TVs in the house. Like, it was usually the smaller TVs. They're black and white. That was the only option you had with them.
And you had to get out of bed to walk over to it to actually turn the channels.
Oh, yeah.
And there were two dials. One was the VHF and one was the UHF.
Yeah. Yeah, my first one had the VHF and UHF.
Yeah, I think my first three had that. Because I was over 18 before I could afford my own TV.
I always thought it was cool when they had the vertical and horizontal hold buttons.
Oh.
So you could actually make the picture like jump up and down.
Yeah. Or sit there scrolling.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was growing up on Christmas, when we go to my grandma's house, the kids would play video games on the big TV, and the adults would watch the Lions games on the small black and white TV in the kitchen.
That was nice of the adults.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I remember like I was at someone's house. We were trying to play, I want to say, Dr. Mario on a black and white television, and it just can't be done.
No.
Because you need to have the right colors of
You need
hills.
the colors.
Yeah. And I was like, well, I guess this is out.
All right, that's got to be race time. It's got to be 8. Yeah, it is, because that's going way too fast. 8:16, 8:17. All right, so that's whatever time it is on this track.
Gotcha.
I was going to say, that can't be... Although if you're in the car, like in the menus and stuff,
Yeah.
it'll actually display real time on the clock.
Huh, neat.
I just noticed it down there and thought, it's past 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's well past 8 o'clock. And you got that big bowling tournament in the morning.
I do. It's in the afternoon, actually.
You got that big bowling tournament in the afternoon.
Yeah, Fred Flintstone, Barney Rubble, take your pick. That's what I've become.
I do find it funny that like you've become a bowler. I would never picture you being like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take up bowling.
Damn it, Lebowski, I wanted to learn how to do that once in my life.
I was gonna say, I remember like we used to go bowling.
Yeah, glow bowling.
Yeah.
Oh,
But-
that bowling alley in Traverse is getting torn down.
Oh, I remember you saying something about that.
Yeah, it got sold. The guys are finally retiring. Apparently they tried selling it for the last 4 years, but any offers that they got, they turned down.
I was gonna say, bowling alleys are one of those things where they're kind of a dying thing.
Yeah, the new generation just doesn't care.
Yeah.
All right, we got another 3 minutes worth of racing to do.
You gotta pit.
I do not have enough fuel to make it another lap, so we're not gonna get any tires. My tires are good. We're just gonna splash some fuel in the tank. Oh, we're 2 minutes ahead of the... I don't think they're gonna catch me. And see, even though I told it no tires, what do they bring out to the car? Oh yeah, let's bring the tires out here. He might change his mind.
Well, they could use a walk.
And the thing is if I decided to get tires at this point, it's too late. Once you tell it no, you're done. Like if I accidentally were to press X right now and say don't refuel,
Yeah.
the car would stop and then take off. There's no way to say, oh shit. Yeah, and if you're in a serious race or something like an hour-long race and you accidentally hit the wrong button,
I take it you've done that.
yes. I've had to stop a race because I screwed up in the pits.
Ugh. That must have sucked.
It is what it is.
Getting a little rumble there.
It is. You know what, Mike? We're getting old.
Yep.
Yeah, we're doing shit like bowling and
Ah.
whatever the fuck I do.
Well, in all honesty,
I'm reading books.
I never was able to bowl with a hook. Since joining this league, I've had a guy, Al, kind of pull Sammy and I aside, and they're like, okay, this is what you need to do. So the last 2 Wednesdays, that's what we've been working on. Sammy and I have been up there for about, an hour and a half each Wednesday.
Yeah.
He'd watch us bowl, he'd correct, try this, and, give us pointers. And, now I'm actually starting to bowl with a hook. Now I just need to, I just need to practice and get better at it. Up until now, I've just been doing straight games, using a house ball, roll the ball straight.
Yeah.
Take them 5 steps instead of 4, because that's just what my parents did. And they were both on leads. And doing it that way, back when I used to bowl all the time, my average was like 140. I remember 180s I could hit 180s a couple of times.
And you broke 100? That's amazing.
And, in bowling alley and Traverse, they would display, anytime you got over 180, they'd flash your score on the screen and they would display your name. Congratulations, whatever your name is.
Oh, wow, okay.
I used to put in Lil Bitch. L-I-L, bitch. And then when I used to go bowling with my buddy Joe, he'd used to put in Big Bitch because he was bigger than me. And there was one time, we get off from work, we go over there, and we bowl. First game, and I'd be, they'd be bringing me drinks, Fuzzy Neighbors, Alabama Slammers, Tequila Sunrises. So the first 2 games, I'm drinking. After the 2 games, it's nothing but cherry cokes with a whole bunch of cherries to sober me back up again.
Oh.
So...
Because you had to drive home?
I had to drive home. And Joe was not driving my... He could barely fit in the passenger seat.
Final lap.
So, I bowled 2 games. The second game, highest ever, 218. Congratulations, little bitch. Bowled a 218. Never hit over 200 in my life. Third game, bowled my first frame. Don't know what it was. Had to go to the bathroom. So I walked to the bathroom with my bowling shoes on. Come back out to the lane, and I don't know if there was something sticky on my shoes or what it was, but second frame of the third game, as soon as I hit that foul line, I was face first in the lane. I'm watching my bowl roll away from me, and I am face first. My shirt is in the lane, my arms are in the lane. I've got that oil all over the place, and I am just laughing my ass off. Because I bowled the highest game I ever did, the first time in my life, over 200, and then 2 frames later, I'm face first in the lane. You don't get any better than that. But yeah, now that I'm starting to bowl with the hook and everything, and I'm in the league, and it's been so long since I bowled, my average right now is a 106. So I mean, it's way down. But who knows? Maybe here now that that guy Al decided to give Sammy and I some hey, let me show you some stuff. Let me teach you. And I'm actually bowling with the hook. In fact, the last game that I did with Al and Sammy this last Wednesday, I got a spare of my 9th frame, and then I got another spare of my 10th frame, and I got a strike from my last ball. So
Nice.
We'll find out. Although it doesn't help that the guy that I'm on the league with, he's had 6 300 games. Back when you used to bowl 300 game, they used to give you a ring.
He's got more rings than Sonic.
Well, the thing now is apparently they've changed it. So once you get a ring, that's it. You have your 300 ring. They used to give you a ring for every 300 game you bowled. So he had more than 1 ring at one point.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
But yeah, now it doesn't matter if you bowl another 300 games. Congratulations, no more ring.
That's weak.
But
hey, you won.
That's Lamar.
You did it, Mike.
Even after running. Oh, can we? Yeah. See, that's. See. Oh, come on. There we go. But yeah, that's that big honk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can barely see shit out that back window.
If that rear view mirror was true, they're right. You would not be seeing shit out of that. Well, now my menu's way over here.
It's because you turned?
Because I turned around.
Oh man.
You know what? I'm gonna fix this real quick. There we go. All right. Anyway, that's Gran Turismo 7, boys and girls.
All right. Well.
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to give you some bonus footage.
Oh,
we're not going to finish the race. I just want to see what this thing can do. So we're going to change cars.
Yeah.
Stop me when you see the South Park bus. Oh, no. Oh.
The Turtles van?
I've got a Turtles van and I've got a Porsche engine in that thing.
Oh, man.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I still need to tune it. The Turtle, where's my school bus? Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, it's only 540 pp. Let's try it. What car settings can I change?
Is your PP too big again, Mike?
No, it's too small, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, everything is at 100% there.
You need more PP.
Oh, nope, I can't. Guess I didn't do a turbo. It does have the LF7 engine. You know what? Screw it. Let's just try it. This will be laughable at best, but bonus footage, guys. You're gonna love this. Yeah, we got the South Park bus.
Gotta do the mom in the South Park bus.
Love Eric Cartman in the back window.
Mooning.
Well, you're on the wrong side of the bus, Mike.
Yeah, it is a Japanese van.
Ugh.
Friendly faces everywhere. We'll fix it up. Temptation.
Crap!
Take that.
It doesn't turn. It does not turn. And now I just need to do like that. What is it? That Miss Tree or whatever her name is.
Oh, Crabtree.
Crabtree, yeah. Sit down. Shut up.
God, she used to be a fun character.
I know. It's too bad she died.
Yeah. I always found her endearing because my bus driver was a lot like that. Except for less friendly.
Oh man. All these cars getting passed by a South Park bus.
That is funny.
I look at that, even the banner on the windshield, school bus. And it's got the lights.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just blowing by that BMW. Oh man, this thing is drinking down the fuel too.
So this bus definitely lives outside the realm of reality.
Yes, the way it is now, with the swapped engine and stuff, absolutely.
Gotcha.
But no, this is like a delivery van or a work van. This is one of those work vans that they use over in the European countries. And here we are.
All the other drivers.
Now we're coming up on the Corvettes and the.
All the other drivers are seeing Cartman mooning him.
Yes. Well, he's just in the back. He's not actually got his pants down.
Ah, dang it.
But yeah, I'm only gonna do this little bit until I get in front of these ones, and then we'll just do the replay real quick, so you guys can see the South Park bus doing a terrible job of staying on the road and blowing the doors off this Corvette and that that Viper.
Well, you're in first place now.
Yeah.
Viper.
Oh yeah,
Viper
but
is the best.
we wouldn't even make it to the start finish line. Look at that. We're under half a tank and we still got like half a track to go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, this thing we would run out of fuel. Yeah, and there they are. Oh no! Oh, I almost got out of the car there.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you went into the Matrix there for a second.
Yeah,
Mike.
yeah. That's what happens when you get out of your cylinder in this game. You actually see the wire frame that they built the car on.
That's kind of cool because we're seeing it on our end too. It's not like the other game where it's like
Yeah.
you just get the cage, but like the external screen doesn't.
All right.
Out of gas?
No, let's just yeah, we don't care. We don't care. But this is what we came here to see. Yeah, a Japanese work van done up like a South Park bus. At least as close to a South Park bus as they could get it. But this is why I like the track Le Mans. It's 700 cap, so you can take just about any car and get it to that 700 limit that you need it to be, and you can race it at Le Mans. It doesn't matter what it is. You know, whether it's the Volkswagen van done up like the Turtles bus,
yeah,
or this thing done up like the bus. I mean, this could be the most ridiculous race in the world, and you can pull it off.
It's kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie, that is pretty funny.
Well, this is what I've been
eat like this.
This is what I've been doing with the game. I've got over 500 cars, and you got to drive 27 miles or something like that to get your daily bonus. And it's like, okay, what car now can I take to Le Mans? So it's like I find a car in the garage, say, hey, this looks interesting. Let's do it up a little bit, and then we take it to Le Mans and see how it does.
You know what I find especially funny about this, Mike?
What's that?
You're like not even close to looking at the TV right now.
No?
No, not even close.
Oh my God! Is that the couch in front of me?
Yeah.
I'm sitting sideways.
Yeah, you're sitting sideways right now.
Now that's the VR, folks. You never know where you're aiming. Here I am sitting there. I'm talking to the cats, basically. In my mind's eye, the TV was in front of me the whole time. I was wondering I thought this was the ottoman I kept running into. I was thinking, man, I'm really close to that for some reason.
Nope, you had the edge of the couch.
Wow. Well, see, it doesn't matter. As long as you're just there having fun, the game was like, we'll play that for you. Well, I could be in the bathroom, Bill. If the cord was long enough. I could be sitting on the toilet commentating for you guys. I'm finally glad I was able to hijack your channel enough to at least get this knocked out of the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna be a fun little like one shot.
Yeah, because this is what I wanted to do. That day that you guys were like, "We'll just leave Mike at the house alone. Nothing bad can happen."
Well, it's just like, yeah. You make it sound like you came down here to record and we're like, fuck you, Mike. We're gonna head out. We got better things to do.
Glad you made the trip.
Glad you made the trip,
Sucker.
asshole.
But at least something would have got recorded that day.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what happened, folks, is we ended up going to the hospital. It's not like we're just like, screw you, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, they really did have to leave.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's that.
All right, well, hey, I guess that's the end of the episode.
End of the episode. I'm sorry,
End of the
Jackie.
episode. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and have a good day, everyone.
Gonna have myself a time.
Vroom, vroom.